Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the Fenris armor that you can get from the Frost Caves located only in the mountain biomes. And stick around to the end when I do some testing on the speed bonus and the fire resistance that the armor provides. This video is sponsored by G-Portal. I host my servers with them and you can too. Save 5% with the link in the description. Subscribe for more Valheim. So one of the big questions I see a lot is, do I have to start a new world in order for the Frost Caves to appear in my world? And the answer to that is no, unless of course you've explored every single mountain in your world. Any unexplored mountains have a chance to spawn the new Frost Caves. You just have to know what you're looking for. So before we get to the Frost Caves, let me share a little piece of advice that I got from Smiffe, one of the developers, about the Frost Caves. Now these things were designed with the difficulty level as if you were coming right out of the swamps. If you try to take on these caves with a bunch of silver gear or even plains gear like padded armor and black metal weapons and so forth, you're probably going to find that they aren't that much of a challenge. And that would be a pity because these caves are really fun, really exciting, fun to explore, and the new enemies in there can be quite a fun challenge if you go into it with the appropriate gear. So I recommend entering these caves with no better gear than some iron gear, and I wouldn't go in there with fully upgraded iron gear either. A mix of some black forest gear and some swamp gear, and you're going to find these frost caves to be a whole lot of fun. So there are actually two different cave entrances that you're looking for, and they can be hard to spot from the top. But this first one is that right here, it's more of a rounded shape, and it has the icicles that come down that maybe look like teeth if you use your imagination a bit. But the second one that you can see right here, these icicles really look like teeth, and you can see the rock that's on the top. It's more pointed, and as I swing the camera here to the side, see that it looks a lot more like the snout of a wolf, and then those icicles look more like teeth. And when you're looking for these, you really want to be running along the side of your mountain so that you can easily spot these, because if you're too high up looking down, then the top just looks like another rock. Okay, all that said, let's go inside and see what we need to get the Fenris armor. So when you first come into the caves, you may not always see a wall like this. In this case, it's pretty obvious that I should break this wall, but a lot of times throughout the caves you're running around and there may be an ice wall like this that blocks one of the pathways. So keep your eye out for them so that you can break them. And just for immersion, I wanted to let you know that to really enjoy these caves, besides having the right gear for the cave, you also want to turn your audio level up and even the music, since there's new music in these caves. So whenever you see these ice walls, just come up and break them. They break pretty easily. So two handy notes about the caves is that, of course, you can place a campfire, just like you can place in the other caves and dungeons. But you can also now place a sign without a workbench. And the reason why this is so handy is because these caves are really big. Smiffe, one of the developers, told me that they can be up to 60 meters deep. There are some drop points in here where you could easily fall and kill yourself, and they can be very mazy and hard to find your way and get a little bit lost and turned around. And so, of course, you have the Olv as one of the new creatures. It's kind of a small Fenring-looking creature that goes on all fours, and they can hit a little bit hard, especially if you come in here with the proper geared armor. Now, one thing that I can point out to really help you here is that you can use the terrain to your advantage, because just like one of the problems with the Unity engine in general is that the mobs have a hard time navigating the terrain. So, of course, you could just pull out your bow and give them the business. So the Olves don't drop anything you need for the Fenris armor, but they do drop a wolf fang, and they also have a chance to drop a cute little furry trophy. And so one of the things you're looking for are these little pedestals. They're one of the places that contain Fenris hair, and Fenris hair is one of the things you need to make the armor. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Grimfrost. They have thousands of really cool Viking products. Check out my link in the description. So another room you're going to find is covered with these red curtains, and you'll see they have these little alcoves, and in each of the alcoves it'll have some different things. But what you're looking for are more of these pedestals, because as you come up here, and let's see, you can destroy these, you can just shoot at them or hit them. But you'll see that they have these Fenris Claws on them. And that's what you need to make the Flesh Rippers. And the Flesh Rippers are one of the items that are part of the armor. And when you come up to one of these big wooden doors in between the two pillars with all the, what is that, blood on it, you know you're headed for danger, because behind there is one of the new mobs called the Cultist. And it is a big, bad, Fenring. Let me show you. Where is he? Oh, there he is in the back. He's got that red hood on, and he shoots fire. So be careful of that. And you need him because he drops more Fenris hair, but he also drops the trophy that you need to make the hood of the Fenris armor. So not too bad if you have a bow and you avoid his fire attack. They don't always drop the trophy, but here's what the trophy looks like. The fire in its eyes has still not burned out. And after you've killed the cultist, go into the chamber and look around. And if you find one of these wolf head statues, you're going to find some loot on the ground. But what you're really looking for are these pedestals, which have the Fenring hair, because you need a lot of that. And as you look up here, you can see that you can actually pick the Fenring hair tassels off of this. And that says Fenring hair. You can't pick that, but you can destroy it by just shooting it with an arrow. And you're likely to find some Fenris Claws here too, because you do need a few of those to make the Flesh Rippers. Okay, for the Fenris coat, you're going to need 20 Fenris hair, 5 wolf pelt, and 10 leather scraps. And this stuff starts off with an armor of 10 with damage modifier resistance versus frost, so you don't need to wear the wolf or the lox cape. And it has a movement speed of plus 3%. And if you have all 3 parts of the Fenris armor, you get a set effect. Fenris armor makes you quick on your feet, and so you can pass through fire, and your fists feel the power of the beast. Damage modifier resistant versus fire, and unarmed plus 15. If we look at the Fenris leggings, the material cost is exactly the same, and it says the legs of the beast was lean and strong so that it could leap great strides. It also has a plus 3 movement speed bonus, which does add to the previous bonus for a total of plus 6%. The Fenris hood, it requires 20 Fenris hair, only 2 wolf pelt, and a cultist trophy. And it says the eyes of the beast were wise and knowing, so that it could measure the strength of a warrior in one glance. And it also has a movement speed of plus 3% for a total of plus 9%. Now, the Flesh Rippers are a new punching weapon. If claws work for wolves, why not for a Viking? And even though this is a weapon, it really does complete the Fenris armor. And it requires 10 Fenris hair, 6 Fenris claw, and 10 silver. And here's what the armor looks like up close. It's got the cool blue glowing eyes, completely black hood. You can't even see your face. The Flesh Rippers on the hands there. The left one has 3 claws. The right one only has 2. I also think it looks really cool with the black linen cape, if you like that look of a cape. A little bit more of a dark superhero look. And if you are lucky enough to be a beta tester, it looks pretty cool with the Odin cape as well. And let me show you what it looks and sounds like when you use the Flesh Rippers. And if you're wondering whether or not the Flesh Rippers will stay equipped when you jump into the water, let me show you. Nope, they do not. So you won't be punching any sea serpents with your Flesh Rippers anytime soon. Okay, when you're wearing this armor, you get a bonus of plus 9% total to your movement speed. I want to give that a quick test to see how that affects normal running and then the sprint. So here's the first test. This is 80 meters. So the difference there is only 1.8 seconds faster with the Fenris armor while jogging. Let's see what it is when sprinting. So that difference is even smaller, only a 1.3 second difference with the Fenris armor while sprinting. So it's not a lot, but it is a little bit, and as much running as we do in this game over long distances, you'll definitely notice the difference, I think. Okay, let's see how level 1 Flesh Rippers do with that 6 times backstab damage against a Fuling with an unarmed skill of 0. Of course, I got the plus 15 from the set bonus. Not bad. Almost killed him with one shot. All right, let's see how it does against a Fuling just face to face with no unarmed skill and level 1 Flesh Rippers. So he sees us. We're going to dodge. We're going to try to give him the business here as soon as we can. Oh, he hit me. Oh, look at that. It stuns him pretty good, so he has a hard time recovering. Let's try it again. Oh, he's going to swing. Going to come in. Yeah, he can't get a shot in. Let's see if you just keep swinging at him. Oh, he got a shot in that time. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Oh, better let my stamina recover. And go in and give him the business. Ooh. Very nice. And lastly, let's test that resistance versus fire. Now, I'm guessing that's mostly due to the fact that the cultist has that big fire attack. But first off, let's try it against a Fuling who's fighting with a torch. He still hits pretty hard. But the tick of the fire doesn't seem to be doing that much. Is it 1.5, 1.5? Boom. And look at the tick. It's 8.7 without the armor on. So I prefer to show off the armor in a really cool setting like this with lighting that looks pretty cool and accentuates the armor. But let me just show you what it looks like out in full daylight so you can see all the details that went into this really cool Fenris armor. And there you go. You can see a lot of the detail. Of course, pixel art generally looks better with the right lighting situations and, when it's animated and moving and running around, but still fun looking armor. What do you think about this armor? Do you think it's going to become your new favorite armor? Do you like it better than the Abomination armor? Or do you need some time to tell? Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in playing on a multiplayer Valheim server, you should check out my servers. I have 135 people playing on them right now, and they're having a blast. You can sign up at JirocTheViking.com. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my supporters, some of them on Patreon, the YouTube membership, and the ones who help boost our Discord server. Your support means the world to me and inspires me to make more videos, as well as run a community Discord and multiple Valheim gaming servers. If you enjoy my videos and would like to support my work, join our friendly Discord community and Valheim servers. Links can be found in the description below. Skull!